Also breaking tonight, hours of new video are released revealing more about a woman found dead in a hotel freezer. CBS 2's Audrina Begas joins us now. So you've poured through this video. What is it showing us?
36 hours of video, and this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own.
She's trying to find her way, and no one from Crown Plaza Hotel responds to her.
Around 3:30 a.m., Kenneka enters a lower-level kitchen in the hotel. She walks out of frame, but then she's captured walking here on another camera. But we still don't see.
They just said they found Kenneka's body in the freezer and her health out of the head. I'm like, she must be trying to put up a fight. Why her hair out of the head?
A fight. So
after attending a party there on September 8, 2017. The medical examiner's report found Jenkins' death to be accidental. Alcohol and topiramate found in her system were thought to have hastened the effects of hypothermia sustained by Jenkins remaining inside the freezer. While the Rosemont Police Department did not suspect foul play, they stated that their investigation was incomplete. Jenkins' family and friends criticized the initial police response, and a lawsuit was subsequently filed against the hotel and others. Kenneka Jenkins was with friends at a party that took place in room 926 of the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, a suburb of Chicago. 2. The party started at 11:30 p.m. on Friday, September 8, 2017. An acquaintance who arrived at the party noticed that Jenkins appeared to be swaying back and forth as she embraced him in a hug. Several witnesses reported seeing her drink cognac, but did not see her partake of any marijuana or other drugs. Another witness reported that Jenkins wasn't acting like her usual self, noting that she would dance a little, but later appeared to be sad and went to go sit down. 2. She was briefly seen with others walking through one of the halls in the hotel. 3. Camera footage later surfaced of Jenkins staggering near the front desk at 3:20 a.m. 4. About 1 hour later, Jenkins' friends contacted her mother, Teresa Martin, who arrived at the hotel around 5:30 a.m. to assist in the search. She proceeded to knock on many guests' doors from the top floor to the bottom, until a hotel employee called 911 to complain. 5. Hotel management stated that they could not provide access to video footage from the night before until someone reported Jenkins missing to the police, who officially reported her missing to hotel management at 1:15 p.m. Saturday. Family members later characterized the initial police response as lacking in urgency. 2. A first check of camera footage that focused on entrances and exits turned up nothing, but at 10 p.m., police spotted footage of Jenkins stumbling through the hotel. Her whereabouts remained unknown until she was found in the hotel's freezer and pronounced dead at 12:48 a.m. Sunday. 6. She was found lying face down on her side, with one shoe off. There was no sign of trauma other than a small cut on her foot. 2. The temperature inside the freezer was found to be 34 degrees Fahrenheit 1 degree Celsius approximately 2 hours after the doors had been left open. The freezer was on and working and described as a walk-in freezer within a walk-in cooler. 2. And was part of an unused kitchen. 8. Lights were apparently turned off in both chambers when she entered them. Questions remained as to why the freezer was turned on, although it was reportedly being leased out to a restaurant using space in the hotel. 2. Motion-detecting security cameras showed Jenkins staggering, apparently intoxicated, through the hotel's hallways, eventually arriving at the kitchen, where she rounded a corner towards the freezer. The freezer door itself was out of the camera's sight. 9. On October 6, 2017, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office ruled Jenkins' death an accident. 10. The autopsy report found no illegal drugs in Jenkins' system, but her blood alcohol level was found to be 0.112. 2. Traces of topiramate, a drug used to treat epilepsy and migraine headaches, were found in her system, although she was never prescribed this medication. Topiramate taken together with alcohol can enhance the effects of both, and hasten the onset of hypothermia, the presence of which was confirmed by lesions found in Jenkins' stomach. Brain swelling was also observed, but this condition was not associated with the cause of death. The Rosemont Police Department issued a statement the same day, saying that while no foul play was suspected, their investigation had not yet been completed. 10. Jenkins' friends' stories remained inconsistent as to exactly what had happened after the party. After she went missing, one friend texted another about how Jenkins was drunk and missing. The reply came back, "Fine Kenneka, and I can't believe y'all, sick, lost her." 2. They told Martin that Jenkins had gone downstairs with some people, but they left her alone to go and retrieve a cell phone from one of the hotel rooms. In 2018, the family's attorney, Jeffrey Feger, filed a $50 million lawsuit against the hotel and others. He displayed photos of a freezer door, showing that it had a lock button from the outside, and suggested someone may have inadvertently locked the freezer door. This was contradicted by the security camera, which recorded no other footage since August 30th, nor any after Jenkins' footage. 2. The photo seemed not to be of the actual freezer door, which latched shut but apparently had no lock. A white circular handle on the inside, which would have enabled a person to exit on their own, appeared to be in good working order. The attorney asserted that the hotel had the means to lock off the kitchen area, as it had a pair of plywood doors with a padlock. 9.
You ain't never seen a white folk. Nigga, this a one. Yeah, y'all finna get put out. Y'all finna get put out. Y'all get put out. What's up, bud? Nothing like my gun or something. Something nigga, something. Pop that pussy. You see that? I get my homies.
Don't be so loud.
Yeah, it's too late for that.
Afternoon food. Check it out. Yeah.
I am enjoying What's up? You riding with me or what? Boy, you tripping. Check it out. Why would they target?
They try to find a fall guy. Like, let's put it on these young man. Yeah.
Why would they target Kenneka out of everybody? Was it because she was the most vulnerable? Because she was
in the
right, I wouldn't say she's the most vulnerable. It's just like, this was just probably perfect time, homie.
When I say vulnerable, I mean she was by herself. She was drunk, intoxicated.
It could have been any one of us.
It could have been anybody.
It could have been bro. It could have been anybody.
Man, it's just a young lady, the crew, drunk and all the way, probably stumbling, probably sitting down, motherfucker, scooped up, help you up with some shit like that, man.
Anything.
Right.
And the room was right next to the elevator. It was right next to
We ain't getting
each
no
other.
hollering and no nothing. That's it.
We came out the room
Shit
swinging,
going on,
fighting.
man.
We came out. You know, hey, come on, man. You gonna snatch somebody's friend? Think somebody gonna let you snatch their friend?
Bro,
There had to be some slick. Come on, man. Why you going like that, man? If it was any other group, anybody else, bro. Forget just Chicago, period. If you was in Texas, bro, the hotel, bro, you think nothing let somebody touch you? You're not gonna let nobody harm your fan, bro.
Period.
Nothing.
Hotel, you know, go sit.
Look, okay, they see. Okay, if any other hotel
Was y'all rowdy?
It was nothing you put out here. Yeah, it wasn't rowdy. Motherfuckers dancing. But I'm talking about like period. Okay, if you say you going to 609, if you say you going to 609, this crowd come in, they going to 609.
It's a
this
party.
crowd come in, going to 609. They motherfuckers in the front desk like, hey, they think they. Then we already told them they smoke weed. We told them they having a party up there. They never They never put them out. No. And then for them, so much activity, y'all started calling us. Then once we started looking for somebody, now we ain't getting no response.
Damn,
That's fishy. Would that be fishy?
That's super fishy.
Yeah.
Did
and then for her satisfaction. And when her and that nigga split up and when she came, she thought that they were gonna do what they do and they always gonna meet back up and her and her friends gonna walk back up in that room together. But in reality, that nigga done went and did some dirty shit. And when she came back to link back with her friend, she didn't know where that friend was or that nigga went. By that time, she done left this nigga because now she wondering where her friend went. And now this nigga done went and met his homie in the lot and they gone. Now the police done pulled up because there's so many people. By this time, there's so many because everybody's like, oh, well, what happened to the people that she was giving the you know, the room number to? Because by that time, while they all getting their rocks off, these people.
911, where's the address of your emergency?
Yes, I'm at the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport, and I was calling because my daughter came to a party here last night, a gathering with her friends, and now her friends, they say that they left her on the front of the hotel, and she's not able to be found now. She's 19 years old.
And you said that you said the Crown Plaza at O'Hare Airport?
Yes. Yes, and they said that when her friends was asking earlier today, like about 4 o'clock in the morning, because they run the video cameras, they said that they didn't have no cameras. But now I came, and it was a lady. She said that she heard music, and she asked me that I want to go upstairs, and we went upstairs on the 11th floor, and it was someone came to the room, And she said that she did see my daughter there with a group of girls and a couple of guys, but that's all she just saw because she was busy trying to get reception on her phone.
All right, well then, you know what? Are you sure you don't mean the Crown Plaza in Rosemont?
Yes, the Crown. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, the Crown Plaza in Rosemont. That's exactly where it's at. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
No, it's okay. And have you and you said you spoke with the
Front desk. I'm sitting outside, right in front of the hotel in their parking lot right now.
And they were saying that they haven't seen your daughter since she left, or?
No, this is a different set. This is a different new. I'm sorry, it's a new shift, and they said that they haven't seen her. Well, of course they wouldn't have seen her because this is like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I just seen that she was here because I just found the ticket where they entered this hotel. It was at 1:36 p.m. So hold on, this is not her ticket because this was on the 6th. My daughter wasn't here on the 6th.
Okay, and well, you know, real quick, I'm just going to see if maybe I'm going to see if maybe she was here at all. What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Kenneka Jenkins.
All right, and could you spell her?
The room wasn't registering her name. She came with some friends here.
No, I just want to verify. I'm about to say I actually just came in myself. Probably been on shift for about 45 minutes, so I just want to make sure that, you know, maybe she didn't get arrested and sent on her. You know what I mean? I just want to double check everything. But
okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. But it doesn't look like we had any run-ins with her last night at all. Do you think it's possible maybe she went to one of her friends' houses, or, you know, she's probably...
No, actually, because she had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for nobody, no one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3-something in the morning. I was laying in bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought deep breast cancer. So I'm, sedated off medication early. And they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for her, once they brought me my car, I came right out here. And I came to the hotel, and I showed them a picture of her, and I asked them if they see it. And it was a lady in the lobby, and she heard me asking at the front desk, and she said it was music. She did hear music. She called the one downstairs to report the room, and come to find out it was the people next door. And when we knocked on the door, that person said that she did see my daughter downstairs with, it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them. And she said my daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends said, which then, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
No, I completely understand.
East of Carver Entryway.
The one issue we have, and it's not necessarily that it's an issue, but she is an adult. She is 19 years old, and I mean, as of right now,
she's 19 years old. That's my daughter. She's 19. Her name Kenneka Jenkins, Kenneka.
No, yes. No, I remember that. You told me that she was 19. But what I'm saying is that she, again, she's only been gone for a couple hours. She's, I don't know, maybe she's, she could be somewhere with one of her friends or something, because, I mean, it is only a couple hours since you hadn't seen her, correct? Or since her friends supposedly hadn't seen her?
Correct. Let's say about 3 to 4 hours now, they said. They told me. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning when they called me.
Yeah. Well, I guess the one, are you looking to file a missing persons report then, or are you just, or would you? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry, sir, but I just want to know: is it possible that maybe they can look at the cameras and see, it's because they send the police out here and ask them to look at the cameras and see if they've seen her on their cameras around that time?
I was about to say, even if I did send an officer, it would take a little bit in order for us to get the camera footage and for us to pass it on to the detectives division.
Okay. Okay. So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give her a couple hours. She could have went somewhere with one of her other friends. I mean, and who knows what her friends are saying is true. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could tell, not to be saying, you could tell it don't sound right. I'm a parent. I've been young before, and it's not sounding right. It don't sound right, period. That's why I came out here myself, because and then it sounded like they had been drinking, honestly.
Yeah.
And I asked them, did she drink? And they said she had only 1 cup. But okay, my daughter ain't the type that normally, she can't even take liquor. Her liquor level is just like mine. We can't take liquor. We cannot take liquor. We take a sip of liquor, we drunk. Honestly.
No, I completely understand.
And I'm like, 1 cup is too much for her, And why? And I like I asked them, and then they end up with her cell phone. I pay her cell phone bill every month to make sure my daughter has a phone. How did she love her phone? I don't understand why would she leave her cell phone with you all and just go disappear? And she know I just had surgery. She know my predicament.
No, yeah. Well then, so that in that case, what I would recommend, just go home, relax a little bit, give it some time. Of all we know, she very well could still be in the room. She could just be passed out. Again, you know how it is. You drink it the night before, you get, what I mean, whatever else have you. So just give it a couple hours. Maybe see if she'll get a hold of you again. I mean, does she know your number?
Yes, she know my number very well. She's very smart.
Okay, well then, like I said, just give her a couple hours. You know what I mean? Give her some time. Again, maybe she went to one of her other friends' places, or maybe she is still in the room. Just knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yes, I thank you. Okay, and so how long does it take for me to file a missing person report?
Well, you can file it at any time. It just, like I said, just give it a little bit of time. If you hadn't heard from her by, I want to say about 10, 11 o'clock, then by all means, give us a call again. You can come to the station, and we can help you out from there.
Okay, I live in Chicago. Would it be better for me to come back to you all station, or should I go in Chicago and make out a missing report?
I think you can try to file it out in Chicago. They may tell you to come here since it happened in our town, but I do know that since she lives with obviously she lives with you in the city, I think this might actually fall on them. Or at least they'll be able to take the report, and then they'll get in contact with us, and we'll be able to help them out with the investigation from there.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter, whichever one. If I have to come back out here, I'll come back out here. But as long as if we be able to see, if I come, okay, I give it to tomorrow. It's 24 hours. After 24 hours, do you think they'll still be able to see the video camera of today, the surveillance camera for today?
Yes. We'd definitely be able to. We'd definitely be able to get the footage.
Okay, thank you. Well,
all right.
I'll do that. Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
All right, you're very welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
So I will now read the email in case you cannot. Dear Miss Day, I have been following this case since the start. We are one of the families seen on the video. We did not have any clue that we were on the surveillance nor told. This is why, and our part in this. We are at the Crown Plaza, Chicago, September 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, checking out September 9th at 11 a.m. We were supposed to stay September 5th, but we missed our flight. However, the hotel still charged us for the room as we were too late to cancel. So this is why you see that charge on the bill. We were ticked off by that. We had gone to the cafeteria. I realized I left my jacket in there. I went back downstairs to see if it was open. It was not. So I went to the front desk to let them know about my coat. I left and get more room keys. There were a lot of kids hanging around. They looked thug-like. They looked rough, and they did not make me feel comfortable. I went to the front desk to inquire about my jacket and noticed staff had changed their shift. There was security in the lobby in a few areas, as well as some businessmen, but did not think much about it, but saw some rough young adults in the lobby as we walked to the elevator, some behind us. As my family and I got into the elevator, the kids stopped and did not continue towards the elevator, but walked back towards the lobby. I was glad, as they made me feel nervous. We wanted to go swimming, however, when we arrived, the door was locked. When I was at the door, I could see kids, businessmen, all in street clothes. The young, rough-looking. My kids were disappointed, so I went to the front desk to ask why it's closed, yet people in there. They told me they were having a private party. I did not give it any more thought, and our family just went to our room, ordered room service, watched a movie, and settled for the night. We went about our day, leaving the hotel September 7th to do tours and shopping, enjoying our day. When I entered the room, my coat was hanging in a bag on the hook. Also left was a nice fruit basket and chocolates, with an apology the pool being closed. We thought that nice. September 8th, as we entered the lobby, one of the staff came to me and said that the kitchen was closed, but were told that they would have light snacks in the cafeteria area between 3 and 5 p.m. When we went there, all they had was pizza, cold drinks, water, coffee in a thermos. Others who stayed at the hotel were there too. We talked, and they were not happy about the service. Late that night, the toilet would not flush and now constantly running and disturbing our sleep. I called the front desk a few times with no answer. I got very upset as they were not answering to go downstairs. It was late, around 1 a.m. When I went down, all I saw was police standing around. My immediate reaction was something happened. As I began to walk towards the front desk, a police officer stopped me. He asked me what I wanted. I thought this odd to ask and told him how I needed maintenance to come to my room due to the running toilet. He laughed and said, "Just put a pillow over your head." As I started to walk forward, he placed his arms on my chest and said, "Stop right there." I said, "Why are you placing your hands on me?" He said, "Sorry, I cannot let you go further." I said, "Why? What's going on?" He said, "Nothing at all. Just return to your room. That is what I am telling you to do, and forget what's going on here." I felt something was going on the right to know. I went back upstairs furious. My wife asked me, as I was now so irritated, making noise to wake her. I told her. Then she got very angry. She dialed the front desk. A lady answered, and I could hear my wife speaking to her. "Why are you not allowing my husband to go to the front desk? We need maintenance." She apologized and said no one can come to the lobby at this moment. My wife asked, "Is something going on at the hotel?" Maintenance. She dialed the front desk. A lady answered, and I could hear my wife speaking to her. "Why are you not allowing my husband to go to the front desk? We need maintenance." She apologized and said no one can come to the lobby at this moment. My wife asked, "Is something going on at the hotel?" I could hear no and her continuing to talk to my wife, but not hear the conversation. My wife got off. Naturally, I was anxious to hear what she told my wife. My wife said they were making a film downstairs and sorry that we were being inconvenienced. That if we could be patient until morning, they could have a manager call us. I found it very odd that we were never told they would be filming in the hotel. I could not sleep. I had to see for myself. When I got to the elevator, it would not allow me to go to lower lobby or lobby, only the floor above. I got off and walked downstairs to see the lobby. I didn't see any big film productions, mostly cell phones out, but many kids in the lobby hanging around, walking around, older folks with luggage just hanging around. As I began to walk towards the front desk, a security guard ran towards me and told me to go back to my room. I asked if there was a problem. He said, "It's okay, please go now." I asked if those kids were causing a problem. He said, "No, it's okay. We just don't want to have any others in the area." I couldn't do much about it but go back upstairs. I told my wife and she said she was not happy with the service and wanted to check out. I agreed, as we were here for holiday, and did this hotel was just not for us. The next day, September 9th, my family checked out. While waiting, I chatted up with a guy who I'd seen in the cafeteria to say hello, who asked me, "Do you find something odd about this hotel?" I found that a strange question to answer. We did not like it due to lack of service and rudeness by staff. The pool closing disappointing our kids. His reply was there was something more going on here. I seen cops. He mentioned, "Well, you do know that they have an organ place next door. Them cases I seen some folks look like carriers. Maybe they're snatching organs there," and he laughed out loud. I was stunned and just stared and said nothing more to him. Felt more uncomfortable and just wanted to check out and get it done and get the hell out of there. When we checked out, they gave us a coupon to stay one night free at the Holiday Inn. We then went to another hotel and enjoyed the rest of our holiday. I wrote a review about my complaint on their website, but they never approved it. A few months later, my son said, "I saw your family on a video on your holiday about the death of the girl where you stayed." My son asked what he was talking about, and his friend said, "It is a big case going on at the hotel you all stayed at that got him into, as they say, it was a murder, to watch YouTube videos and go to their website and their whole file on it. So we began to review things." I got the link that he was talking about and told me about it, and we watched and saw our family in the police video. Him and us in the video. I watched but did not understand what was going on. I showed my wife, now freaking out. We both panicked and began to look at each other. Information about this. In the video, I recognized many. The security guard, the blonde lady, a few businessmen I had seen, and some of those thug-looking kids. When I viewed the drunk girl in the hallway, my heart sank. When I viewed the kitchen she walked through, I ran into the bathroom and threw up. I was very confused. We heard nothing about this while staying there. Why are all we in the surveillance when we had already left the hotel? All I kept doing was relaying back what I saw in my head. My wife, son, and myself had many sleepless nights, writing what we could recall down, going over video surveillance to try to figure out those key memories. Although I did not want to get my kids involved, they often walked around the hotel, went to the pool restaurant to watch the videos to see if they'd seen anything, people, etc. In viewing, we found two portions of our family in their surveillance walking the halls. My wife then noticed the date on the video was not the date we stayed there of us being seen. In the surveillance, the date said the 9th. We had checked out already. We looked at each other and said, WTF, how is that possible? We combed through many YouTube videos. Oddly, some were saying how they were edited, timestamps included. But why? My wife was scared we were now on video. Would the police call us? We did not know what to do. Naturally, I called the hotel to speak to the manager. The Rosemount police, I left numerous voicemail messages with them. No call returned to this state. In the meantime, I continued sleepless nights combing through these files that were police reports, watching more video surveillance hours on end to see if more footage of my family was on it. I only saw the 2 clips so far of all of us, but recognized some of those people in the lobby and front desk. I recognized the blonde lady in the surveillance, the security guard, but the people at the front desk I'd never seen before except September 8th, and were not the same when we went in on September 6th nor checked out. We could only think perhaps they changed shift. This was very stressful for all of us. No one is responding to any of our emails or calls. In speaking to a lawyer, they said as long as our faces are blurred, it does not invade our privacy. They were blurred somewhat, but heck, I can tell. But showing this to friends, they could tell it was us. The lawyer said we have no legal grounds to do anything. We are thankful that nothing occurred to us so far to date, personally from us being in the surveillance, but every day we wonder if we are going to get a call or email asking us about it, as we really do not know how many people have watched their videos. I cannot understand why the time and dates are wrong. This perturbs us, as we are not all crazy to know that we were not there on September 9th. We had left, and at a hotel far away. They state that this girl died by entering the freezer drunk and froze to death by an accident closing the case. But I have to question, how did we get in that surveillance on the date she wandered the halls and people looking for her when we had left the hotel? My son saw your PSA in a Facebook group, as he has now been following the case since we stayed. It said that you were seeking information, so I'm reaching out to you if you can help us with answers, or anyone to help pertaining to the dates of the surveillance, as no one at the hotel, police, even to our attorney are getting answer. If not, it's understandable, but thought to share our experience in this with you and for others to hear our story. Attached our hotel's receipts to know that we were there. I cannot show who we are, as my family is too scared. However, I'm willing to talk to you on the phone so you know I speak the truth. If you can help us in any way to figure this out, we would greatly appreciate it. Sincerely.